what's on my face when I tell you everything that I put on my face for this week's episode of What's Up in Makeup. Welcome to the What's Up in Makeup website. I appreciate you being here. Make sure you check out all the cool features and buttons and all kinds of cool stuff we have on the website here before you leave. The calendar, the forum, and lots more. So check that out. But for right now, let's go into what's on my face, and we're gonna start where I started, which is face primer. I started with today, the Laura Geller Spackle Tinted Under Makeup Primer in Ethereal. Don't let this tint thing freak you out. The tint isn't anything. There's really hardly any tint going on here. It's really just a little bit of a dewy finish, but you can see my face isn't super dewy, so it doesn't really do a whole lot, but it does give you a tad bit of a luminous glow to your skin. So it is very nice. I do like that it does make my makeup last a little bit longer, but I mean, is it a must-have? I don't know. I guess if you really like to have that little bit of a luminous glow, then maybe. But it's not one that stands out to me as being like a definitely you must have this in your collection, but it is very nice. I used today the L'Oreal Visible Lift Blur Foundation. No one talks about this. Like nobody. I've never seen anybody talk about this. I've never searched for it either. But none of the people that I'm subscribed to, I don't think have talked about this. This is in Creamy Natural. It has been out for a little while, but this stuff feels so good to go on. Oh my gosh. It feels amazing to go on. It's very smooth. I believe it has silicones in it. It feels nice. But if you have dry skin, this may not work for you because it definitely isn't moisturizing in any way. But if you have oily skin, you may actually really like this. I have normal skin. Oh, really nice coverage. It's a nice solid medium coverage Next foundation. Up, I was trying to reach for a powder that I haven't showed you yet. I don't think I've used this in a video before. This is the Lorac Oil-Free Wet Dry Powder. Watch me have used this last week or something. But I do really like this powder. It's not, again, nothing fabulous. It does kind of wear through the day. I don't feel like it lasts a really long time, but it works for its initial use and application. It mattifies my skin and it looks nice. I mean, I can still see the Ethereal shining through, but if I didn't have that on, this would mattify my face very nicely. It's a nice powder. Is it anything outstanding? Nah, but it's a nice powder. It works. Okay, next up I went for my eyes, and I started with the Lorac Behind the Scenes Eye Primer. Now this is not my favorite eye primer, unfortunately. I'm very sad that it's not because it's Lorac and I would expect it to be amazing. I don't feel like this makes my makeup last any longer. It doesn't have any kind of pigmentation to it. It looks like it does, but it doesn't. As soon as you put it on your skin, it just kind of blends away. It's just not... I'm not a big fan of their eye primer. I don't feel like it does a whole lot for me. I don't have oily lids or anything. I have some fine lines. They don't really help with that at all. You know, I don't really see much with it. Sorry, Lorac. So next up, I was looking at my shirt. I was on Periscope, and Periscope is my new addiction. And through Periscope, I got to meet a lot of really great people that are now my friends. We hang out all the time, sometimes multiple times a day on Periscope, me and the same group of people. And then some people just kind of come and go and are here every once in a while, but we have a blast on Periscope. So I did my makeup on Periscope. I'm gonna show you a little bit of the makeup that I did while I was on Periscope. Now keep in mind this was shot on my iPhone through an app, so the quality may not be fantastic, but you'll kind of get the point. So we were looking at my shirt and like, what could I do? So I decided to go with the teal today to kind of go with this. Someone was suggesting to use the pink. I think it was Jen suggested to use the pink. It kind of freaked me out to use the pink, so I didn't use the pink. I just wanted to do the teal, so we tried that. I started to put the teal on, which is this shade here from the Vice 4 palette. Did I say this is the Vice 4 palette? This is the Vice 4 palette by Urban Decay. It's new for the holidays. Overall with this palette, it's a good palette. Is it a great palette? No, but it's a good palette. We'll talk more about it once we get into the shadows. So I'm gonna flip it upside down so that the mirror isn't distracting. But this one here is called, what is it called? Underhand. This is called Underhand. It's got lots of glitter in it. Kind of show you what that looks like. So I put it on my lids and it just did not look opaque. It just looked lame. It looked terrible. And I was like, what is going on here? What do I need to do? Oh my goodness, I forgot. I probably should blank out the discoloration in my lids. So what I did, oh, I forgot to mention this because I did actually use this as concealer. Totally forgot to mention it. This is the Glamoflage Lite Blendable Concealer Duo. I personally like the lighter side for me. That's just me personally. But I really like this concealer. It's a fantastic concealer. It doesn't crease on me. I don't usually have a lot of creasing problems, but every once in a while I'll find a concealer that will crease on me. This one does not, and it lasts a really long time. It's just a really nice concealer, especially for a drugstore concealer. This is by Hard Candy, if I did not say that already. This is by Hard Candy, and it's called the Glamoflage Lite. So I had used this as concealer, forgot to mention that, but what I decided to do was right over top of that color, I just popped this all over my lids because I had to get rid of the discoloration. I had to get down a solid base because it just wasn't showing up pigmented, and I wanted it to be pigmented, and it totally fixed it. It was like, yes, we've made it, we've done it, we have the green on the eyes, yes. Okay, so then I was like, I don't even know what to do with that. So I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna go with the sparkly, and I'm gonna put this color right here. This one is called Grip, and I really like Grip, but it is darker than it appears. You know, it's like objects in the mirror are closer than they appear. Shadows in this palette are darker than they appear. So it looks very light, but on my lids, it showed up kind of dark because it's got like that shine to it where it gets dark. So it was too dark. And there was nothing in here that was really helping me. I'm like, oh gosh, what am I gonna do? So I was like, Mary Lou to the rescue. And we broke out Mary Luminizer. I love this. This is a highlight. But this saved my eye look completely. I ended up putting this on the middle of my eye to the inner corner. Totally worked. I ended up kind of going back and forth between the shades that were there, mostly the green, which is called Arctic, mostly between Arctic and this. I kind of went back and forth to kind of try to get that blend there, but this totally saved me, totally saved me. I ended up using this as a highlighter as well. Mary Lou is famous for a reason. She's amazing. She's a fabulous highlighter. I don't know if you see my highlight right there, but it's popping and it's awesome. Kind of went out of order there, but that's okay. You'll forgive. As I was doing my eyeshadow, I realized I had to do some kind of transition color in my crease to give it a little bit of a shadow in my crease, just to make the other colors pop. So I was like, oh, I haven't used this contour palette in a while. I'm just gonna use this shade. This is the Smashbox contour palette. I used this shade in my crease. It didn't really do a whole lot for me, but it served the purpose. I figured I'd mention it because I did use it, and I think it worked a little bit. I do like that contour palette though, but the e.l.f. one is an exact dupe. Don't get that one. Don't get the Smashbox one. Get the e.l.f. one. The e.l.f. one's amazing, the contour palette. Then I need to deepen up my outer corner. So I started using this guy, Delete, in my outer corner. I know I keep flipping the palette. Like, make up your mind. Are you gonna do it right side up or upside down? Upside down, right side up. I'm gonna do it upside down. Delete is what I put in my outer corner a bit, and I was like, you know what, I want it a little darker than that. So I ended up putting Deadbeat in my outer corner and then blending it up in. So that's what I ended up with. And I ended up really liking the look. I think it came out good. I'm happy with it. And I feel like the Vice 4 is a good palette. Definitely not my favorite palette for the holidays for colors. If you want a nice color palette, honestly, I would recommend the Mi Vida Loca palette instead. I really like the way that one performs better, but this is a good palette if you want to try some Urban Decay shadows, you want to try some colors out. It is kind of fun to play with, but I just don't feel like it's as easy to work with as the Kat Von D, so just so young. I forgot to tell you, I did do my brows today with the IT Cosmetics brow pencil. I really like this a lot. I think it's a fantastic brow product. There is that there. This is in the shade Universal Taupe, and it works great for me. I wish it was just a tad bit darker, but I do really like it a lot. And it works well. It stays on all day. It fills in my spaces nicely. I do need to get my brows done pretty bad, but you know, this helps me as much as I can be helped at this point. Eyeliner. I went to Generation Beauty, and when I went to Generation Beauty, I got a creator's swag bag, which was full of, I don't even know how many dollars worth of stuff, like ridiculous, ridiculous. One thing that was in there was Tarte put a $100 gift code in there, which was so generous and nice of them. So I went shopping a bit and I was thinking, well, what would people on my channel want to see? And one of the things I've been really curious about is this Tarte Tartist a clay paint liner. And I was kind of skeptical about it because I'm thinking about the Benefit, whatever it's called, I'll put it right there, the Benefit product that was totally a bust. It was supposed to be gel in a pen form, and it just dried out really fast, and you're supposed to keep the stopper in, but they don't tell you that, and it dried out, and I just gave up on it, and it made me mad. So I was like, I hope this isn't like that. Man, I had fun playing with this, I'll tell you. It's a squeezy tube, and there's a little hole there, and it squeezes out, but one thing I really liked about this was pretty stinking genius, was it has this little bowl here. Can you see that? it's got this little bowl there. And what that's for is when you squeeze the product out, you can kind of wipe it around the little bowl there so that you can get the perfect amount on your brush, which I think is absolutely stinking genius. Whoever thought of that at Tarte, good job. It also comes with this little eyeliner brush, which I also think is super, super smart to do because not everybody has an eyeliner brush. And if you buy this, you don't have an eyeliner brush, you are gonna be out of luck. So they include one, which I think is pretty awesome. And it's a very nice eyeliner brush. It's got a very, very fine point. It was very easy to use. I really enjoyed this. You just have to make sure there's no extra clumps or whatever on your brush. And it was really fun to use. I really enjoyed it. I'm very happy with this product. Now I can't speak to lasting power because this is the first time I've used it, but really like initial application. Really loving it a lot. Very, very opaque black. While we're talking about eyeliner, I did do this a little bit later in my look, but I use the Mr. Right Now. This is a new product by The Balm. This is in the shade Dean. It's just a black eyeliner, and it's just very creamy, very opaque, very long wearing. I have used this before on my lower lash line. It does last very long time in my waterline, lasts all day on my lash line. Just a fantastic eyeliner if you're looking for a good eyeliner. The Mr. Right Nows by The Balm are fabulous. I also put a little bit of this one. Believe it or not, Sephora's eyeliners are actually really, really good. This is in the shade Blonde Ambition, I believe. Yes, Blonde Ambition. And what I did was I put the black just from here to here, and then I took the Blonde Ambition and just kind of ran it all the way over just to give it a little bit of that shine. And I really like it. I've never seen anybody do that, but I do it because I like the way it looks. I don't know. Is it in trend? I don't know. I just do it because I like it. So then I got these two gift sets from Tarte to review for you guys. The first one that I got was the blush set, and this one has 4 shades. There's the Ecstatic, which is the Nude Melon, the Epic, which is Poppy Pink, and Embellish, which is a plum rose, and then Entertain, which is a rose pink. And I swatched all these for my friends on Periscope, and we ended up picking out the top one, which is this is the Nude Melon was the one we picked out. And what we decided is that these things swatch terribly. Let me see if I can get a good brush swatch. See if I can get a good brush swatch. Look at that. It's just so pretty, so pretty. And it's on my cheeks right now, and I'm really liking this so far. Again, this is the first time I've used it, so I can't speak to lasting power, but if it lives up to Tarte expectations, it lasts all day. Tarte blushes are fab. There's no mirror in these, by the way, just so you know if you decide to get this set from the Tarte website. There's no mirror. It's a $35 set, retail value $60. I think if you're trying to try some Tarte blushes, this is definitely a great way to go. Or you can give them out, you know, as gifts. Each individual one, you can give them to people, nice stocking stuffers, things like that. But yes, very much thumbs up on that blush. Really, really happy with it. I really want to do a full review on all of these, but crossing my fingers. Time is seriously an issue for me, and apparently dropping things is an issue for me as well. All right, so then I went on to my contour powder, and I had a gift card from Beautylish that I had from when I got a lucky box from them. I guess it was like springtime. They gave a $20 or $25 gift card to spend on their website, and I hadn't used it yet. So I spent my $20 gift card, and I got a little bit extra. So one thing I got was this Kevyn Aucoin bronzing powder. This is in medium. Oh, not bronzing powder, contour powder. It's called the Sculpting powder, and it's in medium. There we go. Can I speak? And I used that today. I've been using this all week. I've really been loving it. Lasting power is pretty good. It's not amazing, but it's pretty good. By the end of the day, I might be able to see it the tiniest little bit, but it really is fun to use. Very easy to use. Really enjoying it a lot. So I was on Periscope, and we were looking through the lip products, and we were talking about different things. And I said, you know, we definitely decided we wanted to do a more nude lip because the eyes were so bright. We had to do a nude. I broke into the set, and I showed everybody. I said, okay, and I showed them these. They come in these little packages here. And I said, okay, which one do you think? And they said, oh, this one right here. So what I did was I put it on my lips, and we were all like, no, no, no. Okay, look at this. This is crazy. This is called Striking. Okay, and you can see the packaging there. And look what happens when I put it on my hands. Look how dark that is. It's like, wait, what? What? Where did that come from? That's not the same color as the packaging. So we all went, no! And then I ended up taking that off. And then I ended up going with this one. This one is called Stunning. And there is that there, but it was still too bright for this eye look. I needed something nice and calm. And this was too bright, and everybody's like, add brown, add brown. And then somebody said, what about your Charlotte Tilbury lipstick that you just got? And we went, aha, let's try that. So I put Charlotte over top, and Charlotte kind of took over. Charlotte was like, you know what, Tarte? Smack down. You are just out of here. And Charlotte took over, and that's what I ended up with. So this is called Hepburn Honey, and let me swatch that here. And there is that shade on its own. I actually have an old blush swatch there. Let me put it someplace else. Let's put it here so you can really see the color. So this is the Hepburn Honey by itself. This is the Tarte Stunning by itself, and that's the two mixed. So I have the two mixed on my lips right now, and it was perfect. Everybody's like, yay, thumbs up, yes. We really have a great time, and it does make a difference having them together and pairing them. I wasn't sure if Charlotte just completely took over and, you know, forget you, Tarte, but it is a nice mix of the two, so I'm happy about that. And as far as the Charlotte Tilbury lipstick, I'm really enjoying it. It's very, very creamy. Lasting power is pretty typical. There's no staining or anything, but it feels good. Smell is very good. It's very like creamy cookie kind of smell is what it smells like to me, with maybe like a hint of mint. It's a really nice lipstick. I hate to say it, high-end lipsticks, I feel like a lot of times really are better than drugstore lipsticks. I hate to say it. I'm not saying all, but I feel like it's one of those products that I feel like lipstick is one of those things you can invest in and feel okay about, because like drugstore lipstick can get hard fast, they can dry out, they can make your lips dry out, they can go on patchy, and I feel like high-end lipsticks a lot of times are pretty consistently awesome, and this is another example of awesomeness in a lip product. So will I be buying any more of these? Probably not anytime soon because they're stupid expensive, but having one makes me happy, and I'm happy that I have my one. So that's it for what's on my face this week. I hope you enjoyed this video today. If you are not already subscribed, you can click the subscribe button down below. That'll subscribe you to my YouTube channel. If you're watching this on Sunday, join us in chat tonight, 5 p.m. Eastern time. We're gonna be chatting it up together. Follow me on Periscope, and we can have some great conversations over there. We really do have a lot of fun, so don't forget to follow me on Periscope. Definitely remember to check out the What's Up in Makeup website that you're on right now. Check out the forum and the calendar and all the other goodies, and then the What's Up in Makeup app available for download on Android or Apple products. So thank you again so much for watching. Mad love, and I'll see you soon.